and it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. We're going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic once again back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side. Is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Hey, good evening, race fans. Welcome to Thursday. It is your Thursday, and we are back in the racing seat for the Tatuus this evening. We are on round 6 already. This championship, season 14, flying past us at the moment. But yeah, tonight should be an absolutely cracking race, to say the least. Before we get into anything, though, we'll just give a quick shout out to our affiliates at Asetek Sim Sports. So if you're in the market for some lovely, brand new top of the range sim gear, pedals, wheels, as such, go ahead, give them a little lookie on their site, fill your basket up, head to this checkout and enter the code Phoenix Sim Sport to get a lovely 5% from us. A little treat, shall we say. Hello, Brian. Hope you're doing well, and hope you're looking forward to a good race this evening as well. It's looking like it's going to be an absolutely spicy one. So you can probably tell by the title, ladies and gents, we are at the fast, furious, and technical Vallelunga circuit this evening. And it should be absolutely fantastic. We are just getting to the end of the open practice session. 17 cars on the grid tonight, and then we'll be running ourselves into qualifying very shortly. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be an extremely tight grid by looking at those practice times. There's literally nothing in between these drivers whatsoever. So yeah, it's going to be a tight one, I think, tonight, folks. And we're going to have some changes in the championship, I think. Vallelunga is Italy, I believe. Geography's not great, but Vallelunga, I'm pretty sure, is Italy. I'm looking at Autodroma. Yeah, it's Italy. Spicy indeed. So we're going to have some championship changes this evening, looking at it. Thank you for that, Samuel. It's always good to have somebody who's got a bit of knowledge in chat there, especially when I lack it sometimes. But yeah, championship could change tonight. We have not got Miku with us for the next couple of races. He is, in fact, on vacation. So this could really open up the championship battle with only 4 events after this to go. And tonight we are back to the normal format as well, which will be qualifying, 20-minute race that is set on qualifying order, and then a 20-minute reverse grid order for the top 10, that is, for the second race. So yeah, it's going to be action-packed tonight, folks. As watching them in practice, this is tight, technical, and yeah, a lot of the guys are really pushing themselves to the limit here tonight. And I am genuinely excited to see what is going to happen tonight on track. As here we go, a minute and a half until we get qualifying underway, until everybody gets their anger out on track. And you know, it is it's going to be something amazing. It's going to be a spectacle tonight, that's for sure. We've got some plenty of fast guys in there tonight. Suyash, Gigi Lund, Mikkel's in there, Brizin, Matt Pryor, Savkin. There's so little time between them. A BeamNG drive season. That is true. They have, what do you call it? BMG multiplayer, which is rather fun in my opinion. Probably not able to run on everybody's computers, it has to be said. It's a little bit demanding, but yeah, BeamNG is hilariously good fun. I do enjoy the multiplayer on it, as well as a career, actually. It can be quite fulfilling, especially when you accidentally bin your car at 120 miles an hour. Yeah, something that we could actually look into, Leo. BeamNG in... I don't think we get many cars over the finish line, I will be honest. Yeah, the MP is a mod, you're right, Samuel. And they've done a really good job, but it's a bit like Euro Truck, isn't it? Their multiplayer mod's been really well done. I do enjoy running that sometimes as well, when I decide I'm going to be ultra boring and spend 7 hours driving in a straight line on my own. Because, you know, it's just what we do sometimes. But, aye. And no, we're not racing in trucks. No. Great idea as it is, it's no. Maybe? Maybe a good idea. Anyone want to do truck racing? Qualifying is now underway, folks. So, who is going to be the fastest? When it kicks back into gear, here we go. Everybody is up and running. Who's first out? We've got Brian on his way out. No, he's not. He's still there. I'm still trying to get through the pack. There we go. Savkin out on track first. Formula V's. Possible. We've got Suyash. There's Matt Pryor there as well. Gears on track. We have Gigi Lind. Michael Peck is with us. Yeah, it's a stack grid 17 tonight here at Vallelunga, and being it's so technical as well, it's going to be limit pushing for a lot of the drivers. Even though it's only 20-minute sessions, I have a feeling a lot of these drivers are going to be absolutely on edge tonight, trying to get the most out of their motors, trying to get the most points. You know, a lot of them are going to be pushing harder than normal because Miku's not here. We can see Gear has been pushing extra hard, so he's currently in the gravel and against the wall. But we do have a topic going on at Phoenix at the moment, which is far more important than the racing, and that is, what is your favourite brand of beans? This is probably for our UK viewers mostly, but is it Branston beans or Heinz beans? This is the biggest battle that we're having at the moment. I am one of the Branston boys, and I have one of the Heinz boys, so let us know in chat, what is it, Heinz or Branston? What would be your dinner preferential? Heinz? Oh dear. I have a feeling I get outvoted on Heinz, to be honest. Not many folk are Branston fans. So we are expecting, I think we've seen 109s there. Samuel doesn't like beans. Ah, that's fair enough. I didn't for years. I hated beans for years, and then randomly just started liking beans. What do you know? What can you do? Great livery on GG today, I must admit. I'm quite liking that. The black with the wiggly pink. Now, I do want to specifically find somebody who has a very nice livery today. I mean, everybody's got nice liveries, it has to be said. There we go, there is Brian's. He is running a special V-carb style livery today with the numbers 77 for his grandfather on the car. So, lovely to see that from Brian. A big shout out to his grandfather there with the lovely, there you go, the number 77 on the back of the car. What a stunning livery that is. Loving it. Loving the V-carb look, with obviously the big Phoenix logo slapped on the side. So here we go, we have first time set in a 110 by Savkin, and Suyash goes even quicker, 0.6 quicker with a 110.2, so that is our first fastest times of the session in. And GG Land dropping a further 10th, just under a 10th quicker than Suyash for provisional pole, which is sitting at a 110.134 at the moment. And let's see if anyone else is going to go quicker than that. Jake throws himself a 114. Fiala does a 111. James a 112. Mikkel P4 at the moment with a 110. Though he is setting his times on mediums. Fastest 3 at the moment on the softs. Two fastest medium drivers are Fiala and Mikkel. So lovely run there from Fiala. P5 currently on the mediums. And there's Suyash. A nice lovely liveried car as well. Matt, very simple livery on his. And we have Sopanen. We had some horrid issues on his car earlier. It seemed that he was having electrical issues in his Tatuus. I have no idea how it ended up with a horn, but it did. And he was having issues with his horn being stuck all open in practice. So let's hopefully we can avoid that one during the race today. And Savkin, stunning lap there, fresh set of softs for a 110, but Suyash even quicker, 109, Matt up to P4 on the mediums of the 110, Brisen P5 as well, Sopanen, as we're having a look at him, does a 6th place 110.8 on the softs. So Suyash, GG there jumping into P2, 10th behind, just over a 10th behind Suyash on the softs again. So Matt, Brisen, currently the fastest on the medium tyres here. Have we got any improvements at all? Mav, P10 on the softs there. Are we going to get any changes? Is Mikkel going to make a push? We're going to have a look at James. James at the moment is sitting down there. This is who we want. Savkin absolutely on a run this evening. A little bit wide though. That'll hamper his run. McNugget then jumps up to P8 there. Savkin deciding that was enough for him. Brian jumping up to P12 then, just ahead of Jake with a 113.743. Jake still down in the 114s, but I know he's went faster in practice. Suyash, look at that. There we go, 109s folks, a 109.888 from Suyash. Absolutely stunning lap there. Is Gigi Lund going to get a reply in before the end of the session? Is Mikkel going to do something special? We'll just have to see. McNugget is currently P8 with a 111.162, so this is a very close grid. Indeed. You've got basically the entire top 10 sitting between a 109.888 and a 111.788, so there's less than 2 seconds between the top 10 this evening. And with a circuit like Vallelunga, with so tight and technical, with some fast spots. It's going to be anything goes, really. There we go. Jake drops himself into the 113s for P12. Mikel jumps up ahead of Brizzen to P5. Matt's still the fastest medium runner on track. We say that. Brizzen then overtakes Matt to take P4. So it's 1, 2, 3 on the softs for Suyash, Gigiland and Savkin. Then it is 4, 5, 6 for the mediums. So top 3 softs, followed by top 3 on the mediums. Now, are we going to try and maybe find Mikel so we can see if he's going to set a faster time? Because this is the kind of race where he'll be wanting to take opportunities right now with Miku not being here to definitely get some solid points back in that championship race. Here we are having a little look at Mikel, being chased by Mav at the moment. Let's see if Mikel can make any kind of improvement. Fiala pushes himself up to P8, 111.025. So there's no change at the top, and we've only got 3 minutes left of qualifying to go. Who is going to take pole position here tonight for race 1? Mikel into the pits. Yeah, he's decided that's enough for him on that one. Maybe he'll get one more lap out on the sauce. P6 for Mikel. He'll probably want to do a lot better. Jake now down into P15. Brian and James improving then. Both in the 112s. Jake's still down in the 113s at the moment. But he said he's going to be pushing tonight. He wants to keep racing. He wants to try and get some good points on the board. Anything can happen here at Vallelunga. Said it's tight and technical. So keep yourself on track. You could come away with some really decent points here this evening. And obviously everything can go with the reverse grid on tonight as well. So having a little look at gear. Currently at 0.5 off the back of Mav, who's sitting nicely in P10. We've had no real changes up at the front right so far. Still top 3 are Suyash, Gigiland and Savkin. Fastest lap a 109.888 by Gigiland. And he is almost 2 tenths, by Suyash, and it's almost 2 tenths quicker than Gigiland. And again, Savkin still holding third. Great lap time from Savkin. Brizzen, Matt are now trying a run on the soft tyres to improve. Mikel's called a day, I believe. He's now onto the hard tyres. Mav does improve. He's now put himself up to P7, dropping Sopanen down to P8. Fiala down to P9. Nugget holding out the top 10 now. So it's all fun and games here. Thoughts on the top 3? I think it could go any way today, if I'm going to be honest, Leo. We have got so many talented drivers up the top. So close on the times. Anybody in the top 6, I think, could come away with victory today. Anyone in the top 6 could definitely come away with the podium today. So I don't have a set driver who I think is going to be, I don't have a set top 3 today. It could go any way. Suyash does look really quick, pretty consistent, but so does Gigiland, so does Savkin, And what we got? We've got a minute left. There's Fiala. He jumps up to P8 at the moment. Suyash and Gigiland back out on their out laps. Yep, that is correct. Now just about to go set fastest laps. So this is it. Last minute of qualifying. And this will set the order for race number 1. Again, race 2 is reverse grid order for the top 10. Top 10 results, that is, from the end of race 1. As we see James, he jumps himself up to P12. 111.909 there for James. Great time. Drops himself into the 11s. And that will demote Brian Garcia and Jake down. And LACPV, he is struggling a little bit. 1:16, 3 seconds off the back of Jake. But as I said, as long as you're in the race, you have to be in it to win it. And anything can happen. Never say never. And we are in the last 10 seconds. Now we're going to get some final pushes here for some improvement lap times. On board with Brizzen, 1:10.206 as he's looking to improve on P4. Savkin is going to start on the mediums, it looks like it. Mikel looks like a hard tyre starter. I wonder if that'll be a good choice. Are we going to get an improvement from Brizzen at all? Such a tight corner. I think my track map is slightly delayed. Yes, my track map is about 100 metres behind each car, so we'll just try and ignore that. As Brisson has called it a day. That is it. Qualifying over for these guys. So as it stands, your top three then is Suyash on pole with a 109 at 888, fantastic time there. Gigi Lund taking up second on the grid with a 110.046, seriously close up the top, and then Savkin with a 110.112. There's literally nothing between the top three at all. Then we have Brisson in 4th, Matt Pryor in 5th, Mikkel is in 6th, Maverick 7th, Fiala in 8th, Sopanen in 9th. We'll swap that about. Sopanen takes 8th position, Fiala down to 9th, McNugget in 10th. It is Gear in 11th, James in 12th, Peck in 13th, Ryan in 14th, Jake in 15th, and LACPP will be 16th. Louis will be at the foot of the grid tonight in P17. So wonderful qualifying, and it's going to make us have a fantastic grid. It's going to be action-packed from start to finish, and I cannot wait for this one to get underway. As I'm just going to wish that would stay locked per session, but you know how tools work, or don't work. Do you have any ideas for the top three, Leo? In fact, chat at all. Top three. If any of you want to take a guess on today's top three. I would love to see what you think these guys are going to do today. 46 seconds until we get onto track. And then from there, we'll be able to see what is going on. I have turned off a couple of tools this evening. We had some feedback from last week's races. We did have an auto cam running for a little bit. It seemed like the crowd did prefer it when I was manually controlling the cameras on the car. So we're going to stick with that this week and see how the feedback goes again. You know, every week we take your feedback and we implement it into these streams because it is all about you. Leo, Mav first, Matt second, third, McNugget. Ooh, now there's a very that's a very open grid that you've picked there, Leo. So you're expecting Matt from P7 to take first. You're taking Matt from P5 up to second, and Nugget from 10th up to third. Samuel, no clue. It'll be whoever finishes in P3. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Nobody knows. And thump myself back in the pits. We are going to get underway with race day here at Vallelunga. Am I going to get able to get up the front of the grid? We are. Can I get started? Lovely. So, we're going to do a quick grid order thing, as we can. We run down. So, we have Suyash in pole, and it's Gigi Lind in second, Savkin in third, Brisson in fourth, Matt Pryor in fifth, Mikkel in sixth. He would have been looking to do a little bit better in qualifying today. Mav up in a very good P7, Sopanen in P8. Peck is definitely not P9, so grid order completely the wrong direction, as expected. The tools are wonderful. And yeah, we're almost time for race. Suyash, 57 seconds until lights go out. Oh, hydrate, thank you very much. I've got a nice cup of coffee there, I do appreciate that. Lovely, caffeinated up, let's go. This is going to be an absolute stunner. I do love the livery there on Gigi Lin's car. Lovely pink and black, 66 Tatuus there. Alongside him on the front row, Suyash there in P1. And it's going to be an absolute flyer into this first kind of, I'd say the first corner. It's not really much of a corner. Warning, steering wheel not centered? Of course it's not, because I'm not on track, game. Don't be silly. I didn't realise that came up like that. Oh, hey, it doesn't, hey. My wheel's not centered. Posture check, posture check. Thank you very much. Yep, gaming chair is perfectly postured for commentary. It's not in race mode. We're about to get going. Lights are going out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're 4, we're 5, we're 6, we're holding, and we're about to get ready for race number 6. And it's Vallelunga. And Gigi Lind off with a great start. We've got some bouncing him back, and that looked like James at the back, I think. Or was that LACCPP? Sopanen's not got off the grid. What's going on? Sopanen has not got off the grid. James got collected in that as well. Something's happening. As we're on board with Peck. Got a little bit of action here up the front. You see Mav there down the inside. Gear dropping down. Oh, a bit of a pump behind on McNugget by Peck. And that sends McNugget round the wrong way. Let's have a little shout a little bit back. What's happened to Solpanen? He is stuck on the grid at the moment. There's going to have to be caution. Caution on track. We have a car stopped on the start-finish line. Or has he finally got himself underway? Tatuus and GG Land battling hard for the lead here. This is great to see. And there's a lot going on at the back here. And that's present. Oh, GG Land getting slammed there by Matt. This is going to give Tatuus a kind of run. And Matt's still up the inside. GG Land is all kicking off here. Mav obviously not too behind all this as well. It's all really kicking off here in the opening frames here at Vallelunga. As we see Savkin dropping down the order. A great start from Savkin has turned into a terrible, terrible end of first lap. And I do believe Solpanen has finally got himself underway. Almost a whole lap behind everybody else though. GG no. Stretching out into lead a little bit. Matt Pryor now up into second place. Tatuus is there. Oh no, sorry, that was Tatuus escaping into the lead. Was on the wrong driver there. Mikhail has found himself up into P5 with Savkin dropping down the order. Mav a big winner as well. He's up another position. McNugget doing really well. He's up 3 positions since the start. Pack's looking really reasonable well. So despite that early funky start, we just saw Solpanen struggling to get off the line. He's going. So Fiala and Brian look like he had a little bit of a moment. He has, and that sees him dropping down the order hard. And goes back out in P15. So Brian not having the best start to his race at the moment. Oh no, Louis is round. Tatuus setting fast times. Everybody's setting fast times right now. Gap at the front between Tatuus and GG Land is still 2 seconds. Oh no, Brian! Brian has had a moment. And he has sent his car spinning off sideways, unfortunately. I'm going to go up the order a little bit more. Some of these guys are battling quite hard, and this is the one we want to go to, and it is Matt right up the back end of GG and Brisen as well. Nice little tight battle for P2 this one. Tatuus really starting to stretch his legs out front at the moment. Matt checking his mirrors. He does have Brisen all over the back of him. Bit of a lock up there though. I'll tell you what, this is one heck of an action-packed race start already, chat. We have still got 16 and a half minutes here at race 1 at Vallelunga, and I told you it was going to be technical, it was going to be fast. As we see GG Lund starting to find a little bit of pace here, now bridging Matt by half a second, who's now got 4/10 back to Brisen, and Mikhail dropping quite a little bit off the pace at the moment. He is 1.7 seconds off the back. GG Lund with the fastest lap so far, 1:10.5, 1.9 seconds off the back of Tatuus. Already we have quite the field spread early in this first round. The closest battle on track is really about this one. Gear is starting to catch up to the back of Peck. And Savkin obviously rapid as well, wanting to make up the time that he's lost on lap 1. Yeah, we're starting to come through the grid real soon. It does look like Solpanen may have retired. Oh no, Solpanen is on track. Where is he? He has stopped on track again. So something's wrong with Solpanen. I'm not entirely sure what. Maybe his horn issues from practice have returned. Electrical gremlins in the car, and he's off and away again through the turn 3 up to turn 4 is Solpanen. So back on his way, but 2 laps behind the lead driver right now. Is that Matt closing the gap up behind GG again. And looking to make inroads. Savkin is not having much luck down there. Mav running a bit of a lonely race at the moment as well. 1.3 off the back of Mikhail and 2 seconds ahead of McNugget. So he's a little bit far back. Here's Gear, and it looks like he's chasing the back of Peck really well at the moment. Gear finding some good pace in P9. And he is overly faster than Peck at the moment. So we'll see if Gear can launch himself up into P8. It does look like Fiala not too far behind as well. Savkin really not doing too well. Sopanen has completed a lap, but he is struggling at the moment. 2 laps down, 2-minute lap time as well. So not going too well for him today. And Brian having struggles as well. He has swapped onto the soft tyre. Way down he goes. We're going to go back to the front though, because Matt is really pushing the back of Gigi Lin now, and Gigi is starting to catch up to the back of Suyash. So this top 3 pace is increasing as Matt goes to look for a move down the inside, late on the brakes, nowhere to go there, but he's going to dive around the inside. Gigi goes wide, and Matt, lovely little move there up into P2. Sublime little switch back there, and now he is going to try his best to catch up to the back of Suyash. This is the hard tyre of Suyash versus Mr. Tyre Whisperer himself, Matt Pryor. The king of the rubber. This will be Mr. Pryor, and he is looking to try and close up this gap to Suyash. 1.1 second the gap at the moment. Matt running on fastest lap time. See if he can make some inroads. Gear still sitting there about 0.4 off the back of Peck in the battle for P8 at the moment. Mav staying pretty much on terms with Mikkel at the moment. Rather impressive. Mikkel is struggling. Still 2.1 seconds off the back of Brisson at the moment. So even with Miku not participating this week, Mikkel doesn't seem to be finding what he needs to start making those huge inroads in the championship. Matt, however, absolutely storming. He's really closing the gap up behind Suyash. 4/10 taken off in the last lap alone. Matt's on a charge, and he is looking for a lovely P1 today. Let's see if he can continue this run. We'll go a little bit further down the grid. And it's Mikkel. Mikkel is just running his own race. He is currently 1.2 seconds ahead of Mav that you see behind there in P6. He's currently 2.2 seconds off P4 Brisson in front. So running a steady race is Mikkel. And they said he'll be trying his best to make some inroads in this championship battle at the moment while he can. Well, he has a little bit of advantage of being only one of his championship rivals that are on track at the moment. Mav is starting to close that gap a little bit, as is Matt to the front. So Mav's finding himself a happy little bit of pace on those mediums. They seem to have come alive, those medium tyres at the moment. So medium runners will be wanting to use them now, get the best out of those tyres, get past the hard runners, and try and hold them there for the second half of this race. We've still got 11.5 minutes to go. Those mediums will be good for another 5-6 minutes left before around about a crossover point. You'll start noticing the hard tyre runners will be moving faster. As Jake's doing well, sees himself up to P12 at the moment. Not too far off the back of Fiala, but is gapping James for James down in P13. So a good little run there from Jake. He wasn't too confident at the start of the race. He just kind of wanted to get on track to get some points. And it's good to see him doing so well at the moment and running a good race there in P12. There's not much really going on track at the moment. Mav holding distance behind Mikkel, as it looks like James may have retired as well from the race. Can we get a little on board with Gear perhaps? Nope, that is Brian. There is Gear. He is now 0.5 of a second behind Peck. Peck holding his own at the moment. Gear just not being able to find that last couple of tenths he needs to get himself into striking position on Peck. And this gap at the front is coming down hand over fist. Matt is going to be battling for the lead very shortly. And we're going to try and get our lovely little eyes on this lead battle. We're going to go on board with Suyash. There he is. And look at that. Matt right up his gearbox right now and looking for a move. Can he perform another move like he did to Gigi only a couple of laps below? It's Matt down the inside onto the outside though. It looks like Suyash has got that one covered, but oh, that pressure's going to get on. Here comes Matt again. He's going to hold back. He's going to maybe look for a switch back on this one if he can get a good drive. It runs a little bit wider there, but Matt is definitely going to try and look for the drive here to try and push against Suyash. But definitely not an easy race for our current leader. He had a 2-second advantage at the start of this race, and Matt has done everything he can to try and bring that gap right down, and he is putting all the pressure on the race leader right now, right against his gearbox. And you can smell a victory, and we've still got 9 minutes to go here. Another 9 laps, at least 8 to 9 laps here at Vallelunga. This is race 1 of our 2 races this evening. As Matt looks to go around the outside again, he's going to have the better braking. It's tight between these two. And Matt again. Let's see if we get a little on board. Is he going to try and make a move again for P1? Look at that drive. He's looking up the inside. Suyash kind of covers across ever so slightly. He just says to Matt, there isn't a gap there, mate. But Matt's like, you sure about that? I'm going to go down the inside. Suyash very deep. Matt just can't take advantage of it though. Suyash finds some traction on the exit and gets himself away. Both of them in this battle, you'd think it'd be slowing them down, allowing GG back into it, but that is not the case. GG is falling back on this battle, so it's becoming a 2-horse race for the lead right now. And it's Suyash with Matt on the current tyre advantage, but how long is that tyre advantage going to last before the hards come into their own and become the faster tyre? And who knows if that's even going to happen to Matt. He is the tyre whisperer. He knows exactly what he's doing at the moment. There you go, 1:10.477 from Matt. Look at him as he's flying, he's looking all around, every different angle on Suyash. He's looking for a gap down the inside. It's there, he's got the drive. Who's going to brake better? Suyash again, very deep into the corner, runs himself very wide. Can Matt get the drive here? Better part of the circuit. Suyash using every bit of road and some to stay ahead of Matt right now. Savkin battling hard against Gear for P8 right now. Looks like, yeah, he had that battle with Peck. Peck's fallen back by quite some margin. And pace at the front has slowed down just enough to let Gigilan back in. And this is going to be a fantastic battle. We are going to have a little look a little bit further down the order now. And it's Savkin all over the back of Gear. And this is for P8. So Savkin, P3 after qualifying. Fantastic run. Had a little bit of an accident early in the race. He looks to try and make a switch back here on Gear. Down the inside. He's going to get the power on first into this left-hander. It looks like Gear's had a good one. He has. He's kept the line pushed a little bit wide there by Savkin. Savkin doing everything he can to be as big and wide in Gear's mirrors. It's just such a tight battle. I kind of want to go back to the lead because there's nothing between those guys either. But this is also a great battle between Savkin and Gear. Gear going to try and hold on as he can. Savkin's going to have the run out the last corner here. And is he going to try and pull alongside Gear coming down into what will be right-handers? It looks like he's got the advantage at the moment. Is Gear going to be able to hold on? Or is it Savkin that's going to take the place up into P8 at the moment? Is he going to have it down to the left-hander? And he does. Just cuts off Gear and no more. Gear looking for another way back, but it isn't there. Yeah, he goes a little bit wide, a little bit of a lock-up. Savkin solidly done it. And we're going to go back to the front, and we're going to run back to the front because there has been a change for the lead. And it's Suyash, race leader. Our race leader is dropping down the order. He's had a mistake, and that sees him down to 4th. Matt now promoted up to the lead with a 2-second gap over GG. I wonder what happened there. So current pole position down in P4. Matt commanding lead on the mediums with just under 6 minutes left to go in race 1 over Gigiland. But this will be the crossover point for the tyres. The hard should start coming alive now. The medium should start dropping off. So let's see if Gigiland can start catching Matt. That must be such a shame for Suyash, led the race for so long, was battling hard against Matt there, and something's obviously happened after Matt took it. Whoa, GG! That was a bit of a close one, sliding that Tatuus right out at the moment. So we do only have 2 retirements from this race right now, and that is James. Is currently... Oh, we have is Soperin still out on track? Soperin is still out on track. So the retirements that we've had this race so far are LACPP and James. Gap at the front is slowly coming down. GG Land is closing in on Matt, but not by much. Suyash is starting to make progress. Savkin, something's happened to Savkin. He's now fallen back behind Gear. Savkin had a mistake somewhere. It looks like he has. Yeah, he has. And now he's under pressure from Brian, by the looks of things. Brian a few laps down, so it won't overly matter. But Savkin struggling at the moment, by the looks of things. On the hard tyre as well. Not so good there. So started off in P3 did Savkin, and currently in P10. I'm really struggling with that car in these latter stages. 4 minutes left to go here, folks, of race 1. Ooh, another hydrate. Thank you very much, Samuel. God, I needed that. These guys are keeping me absolutely busy. Suyash is having a rough race. LACPB back in the pits. And Suyash down to 6th place at the moment. He is having a horrible race. Mav then, he's only 0.6 behind Mikkel in P5. Mikkel, great run there. Not the best of qualifying, but P4 will do his championship a world of favours. But it does seem like the medium tyre runners are keeping real good life in the rubber tonight. So maybe this might be a strategy for the hard running tyres, the hard tyre runners for race 2. To run the mediums, because with just over 3 minutes left to go on the clock, these guys are not slowing down one little bit, and they're definitely giving these hard running tyres a run for their money. Gap to the front though, 0.8 seconds between Matt and GG. GG is not giving up. Matt's not giving up either. But that gap at the front is coming down heavily. We're going to go switch back to this battle at the front, if we can get there, please. There we go. On board with GG. That is Matt, your race leader, right in front. And GG doing everything he can to close up those hard tyres. Really coming to life now. Those mediums that Matt are on are probably had their best. Been and gone. GG going to make anything 0.4 of a second that gap now. This is going to go down to the wire, ladies and gents. Just over 2 minutes left to go. We are running out of time. We are running out of laps. There's going to be 2 laps left after this one. And can Mav... I wish it was Mav in the lead. Well, I don't know, after he'd mocked my beans earlier on. But we will see Matt in the lead. Oh, look at that run by GG though. Is he going to try and dive up the inside, down to the left here? Matt's going to have the insider to the right. GG with so much overspeed there. And Matt struggling a little bit of a lock-up, but he does cover the line. Oh, that was Brian off track there. May have spooked Matt ever so slightly, but this is it. This is the battle for race win. Minute and 40 to go. There is 0.1 of a second. Look at that. GG all over the gearbox of Matt at the moment. Brisen just a couple seconds behind, but doing really well. Mav has started to fall off the back of Mikkel a little bit though into P5, but still a fantastic run. Pole sitter Suyash struggling down in P6. And he's going to go for the cutback. Matt has just put his car in all the right places. This is going to go down to the wire, and this is letting Brisen catch up as well. Maybe this might be Matt's plan. Hold GG up enough to get Brisen involved. And then see if you can stretch the battle. GG trying to go round the outside of Matt there. Is he going to have a thunderous run here? Matt looks like he's struggling ever so lightly. And GG's going to have an absolutely blistering run here. Down to the front. Matt goes wide. He's going to have to pull into the slipstream of GG. And it is an overtake for the lead. And this will be the last lap of the race. This one's going to go down to the checkered flag. Brisen's getting himself right in there. He's just gained a whole second on these two in the last lap. Matt looks like he's going to go down the run on the inside here on GG. And he does. Another switch for the lead, I think. Is he going to be able to hold it? Is Matt going to be able to have the grip to cut him down the inside? Is GG going to have the grip on the exit to keep the run? This is going to be tight and all the way to the end. There's only a few corners left for these guys left to go. GG just holding Matt. Matt looking for the switch back there on the back. You can see Brisen not too far behind these guys either. One mistake from them and Brisen's going to become the race leader. But this is absolutely intense stuff. A little bit of a lock up there from GG. Keeps the apex tight. Blocks Matt absolutely every single way as he tries to exit. Again, another deep cut. Matt tries a wider cut back to Stephen Gould. Brizzen right in amongst us as well. This is the top three, and there is literally less than a second between them. Matt running a little bit wide there. Those tyres really struggling. Brizzen is all over his rear. GG is escaping. Matt now in the defence to hold P2. P1 is coming round the last corner. This is GG. He is going to cross the line. Oh no, Brizzen! Brizzen's gone round on the line. Matt will take second. Can Brizzen get his foot down, or is Mikkel going to take it? Mikkel takes third from Brizzen. Oh my goodness. Drama on the last corner. Brizzen losing out a podium position to Mikkel. Mikkel, I bet you he couldn't figure it out. I bet he wasn't expecting that one when he started the race. Oh my goodness. What a first race this has been. We have GG Lund, your winner, followed by Matt. Then it's Mikkel. And then it's Briz. Oh, that was a crazy finish, Samuel. And Suyash, I didn't see who you had the accident with, but very unlucky. That would have been an absolutely spicy race if you had been there at the end as well. But, oh man. Oh man. What a race, gents. What a race. And, GG going a bit nuts there. I haven't got words for that one. I have not got words for that ending. My throat's already killing me. I know nobody's giving me a hydrate, but I'm having one because I need one. So, wow. And we're going to have a reverse top 10 as well. These guys are going to be starting 9th and 10th, and they're going to be pushing that one all to the end. But yeah, a huge congratulations from GG as he attempts some donuts, but all he's finding is the come on, let that clutch go, GG. Get the revs up, let the clutch out. I think he's just given up on the attempted donuts there. Posture check from Cammy, thank you very much, sir. That's a nice posture I've got there. Oh, an incredible start to the race. Oh, Samuel, you're a godsend, lad. I definitely need another sip of that coffee. Right. Race 2 is going to be something else. So, oh, I wasn't expecting that for a top 3, but I tell you what, Leo, congratulations, Matt P2. You correctly guessed Matt P2, so congratulations, Leo, on successfully guessing P2 for race 1. Good on you. Right. Wow. So yeah, congratulations, Leo. What a call. And I said Mikkel would have had I bet you Mikkel was not accepting a P3 from a P6 start, and that will be doing his championship battle absolutely huge amounts. But we're going to get ourselves ready for race 2. You know what I can't do, folks? Typing and talking at the same time. I'm not a multitasker in that respect. It's either brain full power on one thing or full power on the other. I can talk at a million miles an hour, that's fine, but I can't type and talk at a million miles an hour. But yeah, we're going to get ourselves ready for round 2. And it's going to be something amazing. Let's see, who we got up in front? It'll be Savkin taking pole, I think, for race 2. I think it will be Savkin. Yeah, he's going to get himself a lovely start. Brizzen in P2 as well. So we've got a couple of fast guys starting on the front row of the grid. Gear on softs. He's taking a risky one. Right, so race 2. We have Savkin starting on pole, Brisen P2, Peck in 3rd, Gear in 4th, Jake in 5th. And where are we? Jake 5's opening 6th. Well, we're going to get lights out. Away we go first. Brisen, we're going to hold on with him P2. And we're lights out and away we go for race 2. We got a great start. Look at McNugget there. What a pull out from him. Brisen then, we're on board with him right up the back end of Mav at the moment. So there's the actual order. Savkin in 1st, Fella 2nd, Gear in 3rd, McNugget in 4th, Mav in 5th, Suyash in 6th. But it looks like he's making a little run up here. So the top 10 was reversed for race 2. And we're going to have a lot of fast guys in here. A lot of action. No, there goes Peck off in the background. We've got some spinners up the front that look like Fiala. Yep, Fiala again not having the best of runs in race 2 at all. Unfortunately suffering because of it. Oh, that's Brian off in the back as well. And leaders getting away. Savkin leads Suyash, leads Gear, leads McNugget. That's your top 4. Mav then in P5, Matt in P6, Mikhail P7, McNugget dropping down the order. It looks like he's had a hard one. Somebody else going off, that'll be Gigi as well. So Gigi struggling. Race winner from race 1 down in P12 at the moment. Brisen up to 7th, McNugget down in 8th. This is a big hefty battle going on at the moment. So Savkin leads Suyash. Suyash is probably in the best position now to make redemption for what happened in race 1. And then Brisen holding on tight at the moment, P8. Kind of getting bullied all about at the moment. Mikhail and Matt are doing really well, and this is going to be some absolutely tight battling at the moment. Mav up into P4, that's really good. We see McNugget running down the inside of Brisen there, so opening in P9. He's actually had a good start this one. Savkin and Suya are battling way up the front. You can see Savkin and Suyash nose to tail, and it looks like Suyash has the inside up the front. He has indeed, as we see Matt scorching his way past the orange liveried Mav. Team 5? Team 5 good for P5, and rolling in their team essence. Mav is now currently Team 5 as we've got some tight battles behind. McNugget, Mikhail and Brisen all tight there right behind each other. Jake has had a horrible start to the race. He was right up near the front and he sees himself down in P15, so he's up had an off run somewhere in the opening lap or lapsa. And Suyash is already starting to pull a gap on Savkin. 1 second the gap then it's Gear in P3 on those soft tyres, and here we go. He's about to come under pressure from Matt, and then Mav. How long can Gear hold this pressure on? He has the better tyre for the moment, but we shall see. Oh, hydrates, you gents are the best chat I could have. And Gear holding on well, actually, even on those soft tyres. And it's letting Mav into this battle with Matt. There is a big right-hander coming up here. And is Matt going to try and dive down the inside? Gear holding him well is just... Gear is just doing a great job here, being ultra defensive. And this is really letting Mav in to battle hard with Matt. And then you've got McNugget there and Mikhail. Brisen's dropped off a little bit as well. So this mid-pack is proven to be quite spicy. Suyash not really gaining much ground on Savkin up front. There we go, Matt trying his way around the outside of Gear. Gear having absolutely amazing grip on the exit though, but Matt does take him down the inside. Mav though looking to try and take an opportunity as well. We've got cars kind of going off ahead on the gravel. I wonder if that's going to affect anybody. We're going to get round it. Thanks, Cammy, I do appreciate that. This is one hell of a battle indeed. I am enjoying what I'm seeing. Gear's holding off Mav quite well. 0.1 of a second though. Gap at the front, still a second between those two guys. So yeah. Mav sweeping down the inside of Gear. Gear's defence slowly breaking down, but he's doing well. Mav up into P4 though. Gear looking to try a little sneaky little move back down the inside again. We've got quite a battle going on behind. We want to try and switch to that behind, just to see what's going on here. And it is McNugget, Mikhail and Brisen all battling away. And right behind that is Sopening getting involved in as well. So this top 10 is pretty close to each other at the moment. Gear is struggling a little bit on those softs. They have been running for 4.5 minutes, so they're probably a little bit on the hot side. And yeah. Where were we? GG Lund, he's struggling in race 2 at the moment. He's down in P13 and not having a good time, which is such a shame to see. Sorry about the delays in the comments. So where are we? McNugget, he's doing well at the moment. I mean, poor Gear is struggling. Those soft tyres probably going off down to P11 now, but an absolutely monumental battle from Gear at the start. Just a shame to see him go back down. Mikhail, Brisen, Sopening, they're all battling away. Who was that was going round? Was that Brisen? No, Brisen! Oh, unlucky Brisen. Just spinning it there on the inside. So where are we? Brisen now falling off the back. This gap at the front though. Suyash, he's making amends for the back. Fiala, no! Into the wall! Into the wall, into the wall, into the wall. Let's hopefully he can recover quick. Matt, 0.7 of a second off the back at the moment. Mav, doing well. P3, McNugget not having the best time. Savkin, what's happened to Savkin again? He's just having no luck. LACPP. So we're at Matt at the moment. Sorry, I'm being distracted. Multiple things. We had to have retirement in LACPP. He has retired, unfortunately, as is James. So we are left with 15 on track. Jake making up a spot to P14 ahead of Fiala. This is on board with Matt. And he is currently P2 again. Suyash, 3.7 seconds at lead. But look at this! Mav is sitting in P3. This is wonderful to see. McNugget and Mikhail having an absolute storming battle at the start-finish straight here. Mikhail going to look down the outside of McNugget. Oh, whoa, McNugget! Oh no, McNugget and Mikhail came together! No, disaster! Absolute disaster here with 12 minutes to go! Mikhail, our championship protagonist, finds himself all out and about. And that's him done. Matt Pryor setting fast lap times at the moment, 3.5 off the lead though. Suyash looking comfortable with 11.5 minutes left to go. And what is your feeling, chat? What is your top 3 gonna be? Mav doing way doing well at the moment. He is currently P3, he's at 5.7 seconds ahead of McNugget at the moment. 2.3 off the back of Matt, so he's in a bit of no man's land. So the top three all in no man's lands amongst themselves. It's Suyash currently in the lead, 3.6 seconds ahead of Maverick, who ahead of Matt, who is 2.3 seconds ahead of Mav, who is now currently gapped out McNugget by 6.1 seconds. Brizen a second further behind. Savkin finally making his way back up after early mistakes, up to P6. Mikhail down in P7. Sopen in a bit of run this time. P8. Gigiland in P9. He is slowly starting to make his way back up the order after a horrendous start to the race by his standards. Gear down in P10 after starting so strongly at the front. Those softs going away from him so hard right now. But he has just made a place on Sopen, saying that. Sopen has clearly made a mistake and has found himself way down the order. Perhaps out of the race, which would be a shame to see. We will not get to hear him having all his blasts in the commentary box this evening. Perhaps that horn of his just causing one too many problems and an electrical fault in the Tatuus. Brizen and Savkin. Savkin on a charge at the moment, P6. He's desperately trying to get his way back up. Let's get a little ad breaky on the go. Yep, we have a little ad break. I love it how it tells me I can't snooze, but I've never snoozed them. Okay, Twitch. Any decently close battles on track at the moment. We have a little bit of split, but oh, Brian is fighting Michael very well there. Jake falling back a little bit. Looks like he may have made a mistake, but Brian having an absolute storming fight here. He's all over the back of Louis. He's got Peck behind him as well. This is the battle for P10 right now. And Brian going for it. Right round the outside, maybe. Oh, he's been bumped. Oh, no. Brian got bumped by Louis into Peck. Devastation. Through goes Fiala. Through goes Wardle. Oh, it's such a shame. Ah, such a shame. That was a good run there by Brian, and it was just not to be. GG, absolutely storming lap times now. P8, 1:10.494 on the board. He is currently 4.6 seconds behind Mikhail at the moment. There they are down at the corner, and here is GG. And we've only got 8.5 minutes left of this race, so it's a long way for GG to come back at the moment. And again, that was such a shame. He started off so well, and he just hasn't been able to progress through the grid like he would have hoped. Mikhail as well was doing so well, and then he's obviously had that little bit of a bumping accident with McNugget, which has seen him drop backwards down to P7 at the moment. Savkin closing the gap. Brizen really closing up the gap to McNugget now. McNugget losing time to Mav. The gap now 7.7 seconds between 4th and 3rd. Mav holding steady, 2.5 seconds behind Matt in P2. And it's Suyash who is absolutely in control of this race. Ah, there he is, Mr. Soperin. Justice will serve its purpose. I would love to know what happened to Savkin's going round and into the wall after turn 1. Savkin having an absolute disaster this evening. That's another mistake coming out the final corner. And, jeez, so unlucky. Fiala closing at the back of Louis for P10. Just saying that, he makes the pass. Now, this is the big battle. It's Brizen trying to go in the outside. Oh, McNugget throws it a little bit wide, though. And he tries to make the cut back. 7 minutes of this second race to go, and it is absolutely all kicking off here. Oh, Brizen into the gearbox. McNugget there. Brizen's definitely got the pace on McNugget. He just needs to be patient here and not make a mistake. He doesn't want to do what Savkin did there and just lose it all in the last corner. That would be an absolute crying shame. What's happened to Suyash again? No, what's happened to our race leader? I've just noticed is Matt in the lead again for the second race running. Mav into P2 and Suyash 4.3 seconds off the back. What's happened to our former race leader? What is going on in this second race? Why, Tatuus? Why do you keep me so busy? And please leave me a voice for MX5s tomorrow. This is incredible. Brezin looking to make a move down the inside of McNugget. Hard on the brakes. McNugget's going to try and cut across him. There wasn't a gap there to cut across. Both boys giving themselves very nice gaps, being very nice to each other and avoiding contact. It is McNugget that holds it just for now. But this is some hell of a battle, it has to be said. I can't believe the top two at the moment. Matt dominating a 1-2 from Mr. Tire Whisperer, the king of the rubbers. He is doing a grand job. Brezin is hounding McNugget right now, putting all the pressure on the number 29, that lovely blue liveried car. Look at the background, GG fastest lap, and he is starting to close in like nothing on earth as well. There's GG in the black and pink liveried car, just sitting not far behind. That is car number 66. And he is literally 2.8 seconds off the back of Mikel and closing in at some rate of knots. It was only a couple of laps ago we saw that gap at 4.3 seconds between GG and Mikel. It's now 2.8 and closing. Brezin has made the move of McNugget, but it is round the outside. McNugget hold the inside. Mikel's trying to get himself involved in this as well, and it's McNugget who loses out to Brezin. Is he going to be able to counter it? Brezin holding the inside line. McNugget going out wide. Is he going to hold it? He is not. And look at that arrow. That just says Mikel's all over the gearbox of this car. It's all kicking off, and we're running out of time. 5 minutes to go. Matt Pryor leads Mav by 2 seconds. That gap fluctuating at the moment. Suyash, former race leader, down into P3 right now. And McNugget, oh, deep. Is this going to let Mikel through? I don't think he was close enough. Ah, this is getting spicy. Oh, I can't pick out a top 3 at the moment. Well, I can. They're basically there. Mav is hounding down the back of Matt at the moment. That gap at the front, 1.5 seconds. Is Mav going to be on for a victory this week in Tatuus? Are we about to see Mav produce an absolute stunning run? We'll have to see. Mikel is absolutely hounding McNugget right now, and this is just letting GG close up. Another second and a bit gained in next to no time. We do have a Mikel sitting there. I think he's down the inside. McNugget knows he's there. I think Mikel's going to have the line here into the right-hander. Is there anything that McNugget can do? Late on the brakes, and he's just somehow managed to outbrake and outmaneuver Mikel, as we see Brian getting lapped there, getting out of the way very nicely. Gap at the front now, 1.8 seconds. Big gap, big battle here for P5 between Mikel and McNugget. They're continuously swapping places. There's Mikel down the inside. Is Brezin going to get a little move? McNugget get a move back? He is not. So Mikel finally, after all that hard work, 3 laps, whoa, as McNugget almost has now made himself up to P5, but knocking on the back of that car. It's number 66, GG Land, and he is on a bit of a rampage up this grid. He is trying to make up spaces lost at the start, and he's charging right now. What a race. GG Land is hounding McNugget right now. Let's have a little onboard of GG. Oh no! What have I done? I've cursed GG. But it was the perfect 360. Oh, well held, GG. Just keep it together, buddy. You've got 2.5 laps left to go. But oh, that was almost the worst cursing I could possibly give. There's something going on up front as well, and it's Mikel having a big battle with Brezin. Yes, it is. It's kicking off. Mikel does take P4, so it's another good run there. McNugget is still over the back of Brezin. He's not giving him a good time either. So we're running out of time here in race 2, and it is anybody's game for P4 right now. The gap between P4 and P3 is 8.2 seconds, but the gap at the front between Matt and Mav is now 1.7 seconds. Suyash 2.7 seconds off the back of Mav. So those top two just need to hold it together, and they're going to get some really good results. And a back-to-back win for Matt would be something unreal. And then it'll be Suyash in P3, Mikel in 4th, Brezin in 5th, McNugget is in 6th, GG Land in 7th. 2.4 seconds off the back of McNugget after that mistake. And then we have Safkin. He's been sitting in P8 after a couple of mistakes that would have hurt him. Gear in P9. He's still holding on those softs somehow, so kudos to him. It's Fiala in 10th. Peck in 11th, Louis in 12th, Jake is in 13th, and Brian at the rear of the pack, last of the runners. Because as we've seen, Sopanen is out, LACPP is out, James is out, Safkin does get past GG. So it looks like GG had made another mistake. But let's have a look. Let's go on board with our race leader. There is Matt. There is Mav. And just behind them, look who's closing in like a rocket in orbit. It is Suyash. Absolutely putting the foot down, but we're not going to get much time to go. This is going to be the last lap, ladies and gentlemen, and it is going to be Matt versus Mav versus Suyash. Can Suyash somehow gain the 2.4 seconds in this lap to Mav? I don't think he can, but anything is possible. These boys will be pushing themselves all the way to the end, and they're going to be pushing the cars all the way to the end. But it is at the moment what looks like Matt Pryor on for back-to-back wins here at Vallelunga. This will be an absolute career best for him at the moment in the Tatuus. But, well, nothing. We're not going to take anything away from Mav either. P2 would be a phenomenal result for him tonight. Oh, this is looking great. 1.3 the seconds, the gap's down. I don't think Mav's got it in him to catch up. No, Suyash has had another mistake, and that's put him down in the clasps and the clutches of Mikhail and Brizin. This is ridiculously tight. We are going to go around a couple of corners to go. Here comes Matt round the final corner. He is going to take back-to-back wins here at Vallelunga, and it is going to be Mav who takes P2. What an absolute stunning race from him. It's Mikhail that's going to take P3. Suyash P4 perhaps. Brizin's going to take P4. So Mikhail takes third. Suyash or Brizin, it was so tight at the end I couldn't tell. McNugget will come 6th. Yeah, Safkin will take 7th, Gigi Lind in 8th, Gear in 9th, Fiala in 10th. Oh, it was such a photo finish. It was unbelievable. I'm going to take that hydrate again, Cammy, because I've lost my bloody voice. These guys are mental. But what a race! Suyash, so unlucky, mate. You were doing so well. I'm assuming it was just forced mistakes that caused those. Unbelievable scenes here at Vallelunga tonight. I have lost count of everyone as we were watching Jake come across the line as well. I have no idea how this ended up outside the top 6, but my goodness. What absolute scenes. Wait, you run mouse and keyboard and you're that fast, Suyash. That's impressive, man. Even if you did make mistakes, you know. For mouse and keyboard, man, you've got way more talent than I do, that's for sure. But, wow. I am out of words today, folks. Those just, wow. And we're gonna go throw ourselves into the comm box again. We're gonna bring up some interviews. So let's bring some of the boys up into the comm box this evening, because I can have a feeling they've definitely got some things to say after some amazing races. And let me see. Oh my goodness, we're getting everyone in here tonight. I didn't even know if Vola was racing. Why is he coming into my comms box? Oh, hello. You just let yourself in.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Hi. Imagine having the power to move yourself into the comms box and not bothering.
Yeah, I know. Imagine.
Right, boys. Just give me 10 seconds to try and get myself settled in after that one. Suyash, thanks very much for joining the races in the chat, mate. Have yourself a good one. Unfortunate again, and have yourself a very good evening. And we're going to get into the post-race commentary. Wow. Chill, folks. That was amazing. Where is Matt? Matt just says, drag me. Yes, Matt, I will drag you, sir. There we go. I have dragged him. Oh my goodness. Right, comms box. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Who do I want to start with first? Because that was nuts. Was Vola even racing? Vola, were you racing tonight?
Nope. No, I'm just here to be...
Just here for memes.
Alright, he's here for the memes. I accept this. This is good memeage. So we're going to move on. Race 1, Race 2, just phenomenal start to finish. I do want to start off with the with Mr. Solpanen. Not the best of first races for yourself. You look like you had a bit of a struggle in race 2 as well. Was this down to the electrical issues you were having in practice with your horn? Was this affecting the car in any way?
Oh my god.
Oh my.
The worst part was that this laptop did not want to run for the first race. I had the pace. I went on the soft tires. Of course, I was really fast. I kept on it with low grip. Race 2, I have no idea what happened there. So, how do I say it? I'll be honest. I have to be honest with my words. When we were going 3 wide into that fast corner with Mikael McNugget, Mikael did not leave any inch of space. So I don't know what he was trying to do, but I don't know if he was trying to beat Max Verstappen or something. But I think leave the space for anyone. That's the biggest solution to that.
So we're quoting So we're quoting Fernando Alonso tonight. All the time you have to live in the space.
Yeah, but overall, it could have been at least P4 today on race 2. I had pace all over this race, and of course race 1 I unlapped myself twice, but it wasn't really enough. I was really gutted, honestly. This has to be the worst weekend next to Watkins Glen.
Yeah, it did look like a tough one for you. It did look like you had some good pace there, but it's just really unfortunate that obviously that you had obviously the technical gremlins. Will blame the horn for breaking your laptop. I did see in practice you were having so many horn issues today, so maybe have your engineers look at the electrical side of your car before the next event.
Mostly, I'm gonna look for it by myself on the wheel. There's no way I couldn't turn it off at the first part. But yeah, all I can say is as I made a promise, this race was full beans.
I had all the beans going for it. We even asked chat about beans, and I got out Heinz, so I'm not very happy about that. But
yes,
but you should.
But of course, the gravel also made me jump like this.
Oh my
so
goodness.
all I can say that.
You do. You just remind me of the guy from Police Academy.
Right.
If anyone's about my age and knows what Police Academy is, there's an officer cadet who manages to make sound effects with his voice, and he's really, really good at it. Yeah, unfortunate though. So, you had a great run. You attempted it, but unfortunately the gods were not with you. But we will have to quickly move on this evening. Hopefully, good luck for you next week when you come back. But we're going to go to the OG. You had some good running there, and then you didn't have some good running in race 2. Looked like you were getting caught up in traffic and a few of the battles. Want to talk us through your races there?
Yeah. Well, my first race, even starting practice, I just realized I had some really good pace. Last week I said it was my first time driving this track, so I didn't think I'd be that quick, but some really good pace in practice. So the P2 was a surprise for me. And yeah, the first race was nice. I didn't get the move off, and then kind of just hung back on the hards, and eventually Matt's tires went off a bit, and just made a move in the last lap there. And I think I was so pumped from the first race that I just was kind of over driving in the second race, and I spun, and then the rears were just overheating for the whole race, and I ended up spinning a lot.
I did notice that myself. A few of the guys looked like they were pushing towards, especially the end of the stint. 2-3 minutes left to go. You could tell that the medium tire guys were struggling a little bit as well. I think Savkin had the same thing. He came at the last corner and just had the power down a bit too much and lost it, which was unfortunate for him. But other than the obvious issues that you were having, it looked like you were coming through the pack. Once you started to make that ground, you were catching hand over fist on the guys ahead of you.
Yeah, I think after the first incident, it took me maybe like 10 minutes to cool down the tires, and then I started pumping in some good fast laps. And then I got up to the back of McNugget, I think, and yeah, I was right on the rear, and just the dirty air, I got caught out by it, and I spun behind him. It was completely a terrible move by me. I definitely got to fix that.
I was so unlucky to see you had some amazing pace on you. I thought you were going to be right up there today. But obviously, unfortunately, it didn't quite work out that way for you. But hopefully, you'll be back next week for some good, strong points. You've definitely got some pace about you.
Yeah, thanks.
No
I'll try.
worries. Hey, I know you will. We're going to move on to probably the most excited man. No. Second most excited man in our comms box this evening. We'd like to welcome along the boss man, Mav. Great first run.
Yes.
And then our P2. Where did that come from?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, just really feeling comfortable with the car there today. You know, and just keeping it nice and clean first race. Was pretty happy with that. Was it P6 first race? P5, P6?
P5,
you know,
I think.
P5. Yeah, so really happy with that, and then just thinking, look, let's build on that from the next race. But yeah, it just all came together in the second race. You know, once again, we built further on the pace, reduced a little bit of the wing, because we were using very high wings in the first race, and you know, just to get that bit more top end speed, and it worked really well, and we were able to have a great almost time trialing battle trading lap times there with Matt, but brilliant racing, you know, with Matt once again. Really enjoyed that, and so happy to be P2. Great result,
Mate, like that second race, your pace was absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Like, I noticed at one point you were sticking to the back of Matt unbelievably. I seen the pace in the first race. You kind of got about, I don't know, about 50 minutes into the race, and your pace was kind of dropping off. I'm assuming that was the wing. You were getting a bit too much tire degradation at that point. But that second part, that second race, you were just not losing the back of Matt there. Were you feeling better in that second half of the second race?
Yeah, I think because we tuned the wings a little bit, that helped an awful lot. I think we were just putting too much lateral load on the tires in the first race, so yeah, they just dipped a little too much. I think the mediums were the right choice, but they just needed that little less wing so that there's a little less lateral force going into the tire, which helped keep them alive a little more, which, yeah, just towards the end, we were just pumping in the laps. I think we got down to 0.8 of a second at the end, but no, congratulations to Matt. You know, he drove very well and held on. Despite the pressure, so you know, deserves a win today.
He does indeed, and we're going to move on. So I'll give you that anyway. You deserve the congratulations, Mav. That was fantastic driving.
Cheers.
And I can't wait to see you on next week's. But we are going to move on. Double. This is something I don't. What do you want?
I wanted to say congratulations to Mav.
Thank you.
I wanna say also something. Mav, you know this P2 is the first loser, right?
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
You know, I think I'm just going to drag one person in here. You know, usually in F1, once they get interviewed, they disappear. But no, you guys are like hanging around the camera going, I want to get in.
Yep.
This is a press conference now.
Right, we're going to move on to our double race winner this evening. Something I can't say I say very often.
Oh my God.
I'm going to kill him in a minute. Shush, opening, shush.
I do it. Wait.
There you go.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, finally, double race winner. We get to you eventually tonight.
Wait. I won round one.
I think, no, you came P2 in round one, didn't you?
Liar.
No, I think you won because there was something happened at the start. No, you did win race one, I think. You're making me think again, Matt. No, I think you did.
I thought I was second in race one to GG Land because he got me on the last lap.
I might have been. Yous were that close at the end that I might have to double check that one. Either way, even if it wasn't, it's a P2 and a P1 for you. I mean, you've got chuffed with that one today.
My God, where the heck? Like, honestly, in practice, I was like, it's probably going to be like a P5. Just try and keep with the top guys if I can, pick up the pieces. And then, kind of the first race, I just seemed to be moving forward, and I just sort of just took it position by position. And then I was in the lead. But unfortunately, because I hadn't built the mindset of going of the win being an opportunity, I'd overcut my tyres, which is why GG Line got me back at the end.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, race 2. Let's not overcut my tyres, but also I got to be really aggressive at the start. because the dirty air was like, it was horrible. You were just stuck. So I had to be really aggressive at the start. Kind of lucked out over a few incidents. And then obviously Suyash, although he had the pace and he had the gap, unfortunately made a mistake, which was kind of quite gutting to see, but also, my advantage. Yeah, so once I got the lead, I saw Mab in second. When I saw he was on mediums, I was like, great, I'm not gonna have to worry about tires. I just need to match his pace. And yeah, I just sort of brought it home that way.
I mean, you drove priceless tonight, Matt. It was like start to finish. There was no errors. You kept the car under control. You kept your lines. Even when you were battling, you were being very sensible. There was a lot of cutbacks. Your defensive driving again. As I keep saying, you are the tire whisperer and one of the best defenders on the grid. I do say that, you're the king of the rubbers, the tire whisperer. You make those mediums just work so well, even despite the fact that you've gone over the crossover point. You seem to hold your own against the hards. Is there a specific talent or a tactic that you use to keep those mediums running, or is that something you want to keep secret?
I don't know. I think honestly, it's style. You see me struggle more in the Mazdas because of the way I kind of approach a corner. But it works for endurance stuff, and endurance stuff is kind of where my style is built upon. Mm-hmm. So it's really just tiptoeing the turning. Literally, that's it. Minimum input into the car. Not overdriving at all. Keeping your head as well. And then just work with the tires. Don't try and overdrive it. Don't try and tell the car what to do.
Yeah. No. You seem to have that nailed to a point. It's like you're one of the drivers that just seems to hit every single apex without an issue. You've just got such a calm and fluid driving style about you. Is this something you've obviously said you adopted from endurance series racing? Is this something that you're trying to carry into every race series, or is it something more specific per class?
It's something that's kind of when I started with ACC. It's something that I sort of learned to do, and then I just held on to it. And it's also just natural to me, especially kind of the earlier F1 games, F1 22, when the cars were very understeery and very slidey, or before the handling patch. I was very, very quick. I was matching people who had dominated the season before in a couple of leagues that I did. But then obviously when the handling patch became more like previous F1 games, then I just lost that gap. So yeah, it's mainly just something that comes natural to me. It's how I go racing. Yeah. I
mean, it was absolutely fantastic to watch you today, Matt. It's just probably some of the best racing I've seen you do in a little while. I mean, it was an absolutely hectic grid tonight. There was so much action from start to finish. Yeah. But to get a solid double podium finish, including a victory, top spot for you. I mean, you've got to be feeling great for the rest of the season now.
Yeah, that's a lot of confidence, especially thinking it's going to be one of my weaker tracks. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping I've made some good strides in the standings, which would be nice.
Yeah, once we get them updated, we will see for sure. But I must give you a massive congratulations, Matt. That was a phenomenal drive.
Thank you, sir.
From my point of view, that was probably one of the most entertaining races we've had all season. At one point, I don't think I managed to stop for a breath for about 3 minutes. Because there was just so much going on. I mean, most folk must have thought I was battle rapping on stream because it just kept on going and it kept on flowing. So
can't wait for someone to do a remix of your stream.
Oh goodness!
Make a song out of it.
I'm about to say they'll probably stick me up battle rapping Eminem soon.
Can't wait.
Oh, but so much fun. And again, congratulations. Fantastic drive, and thank you so much for the entertainment. I cannot wait to see you back. You'll be at MX5s tomorrow night. Will you be with us?
I won't, sadly.
Oh, no.
I'm going to the open day for Simply Race in Manchester.
Oh, that's fair enough. But we'll get you back for next week, though. We'll get you back in for Tatuus next week. And I do believe it's a 45-minute run because it's interchanging weeks. So it'll be the 45-minute race next week. Yeah.
That's going to be chaos.
It's going to be chaos indeed. But yeah, we're going to wrap up there, folks. That was a wonderful evening. I can feel my voice box tickling and having enough. It wants to go to bed, but we've still got MX5 to come tomorrow. We've got ACC on Saturday afternoon, and then it's LMU on Saturday evening. So the racing's only just getting started here at Phoenix Sim Sport. So a massive thank you from me and all the team that put on a fantastic show tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly did. I tell you as what, I can't wait for tomorrow night, and I hope to see you all there. That will be starting at around about 6:30 UCT. Any changes maybe go out earlier. We'll get a schedule up on Twitch as well. It's been something I've been meaning to do, but I haven't because other things. But we will get there. We will get organised. But in the meantime, from myself and the entire team here at Phoenix, thank you so much for joining us. Have yourselves a very good evening, and we will see you tomorrow night. Good night, folks.